sir. I greatly appreciate it. One other quick area I wanted to talk about you today is, as we saw in that macro survey, one of the other areas, security and collaboration, of course, are 1 and 2 in the spending throughout all of 2021, as you accurately agreed upon. The other one was also sort of just the big data management picture, and we keep hearing more and more about it. Some of your peers just said this is the year where they really increase their focus on this particular space, and it is a massive space. We probably lump too many of the subsectors into one, but it's never easy to accurately categorize everything. So bear with me as we look at this really large space. But I am going to ask you a little bit, sir, on the big data management side, particularly on the analytics and observability space. We're seeing a crowded space where a lot of people are fighting with each other, and these are names like Splunk, of course, which has been around for an incredibly long time. You have Elastic, which is more of an open source, maybe a little bit lighter lifting than that, but you also have Dynatrace, you have Cisco's AppDynamics. Then you have newer players that are entering it, like a New Relic, like a Datadog. It's just very hard to make sense of the space because there's so much going on. Datadog by far is the one we're capturing the most incredible trends on. It led us to go to a positive rating on the name. But, nobody really is going to get fired or move away from Splunk. They've been doing such a great job for so long. I'm just curious, when you look at this as a CIO, as your overall budget, making sure that you have the right hygiene and observability in place, how do you navigate this? Or do you go with the tried and true players you've known for a long time? Are you spending some money on the newer cloud native names like a Datadog? How do you navigate this observability space, sir?
There's a lot of spend that has happened in last 5 years on, if you look at 5-year trend, there's been a lot of spend there which has already happened on big data and analytics side of it. So there are investments which have already been made, and people continue to churn a lot of value out of it. But as you see the trend, I think you rightly pointed out that there are newer players with very, very different pricing methodology. I mean, Datadog, if you actually go in their kind of the way they are driving their revenue, there are concerns for established players. For example, there are players who have so far enjoyed that niche product and a premium on the same. I don't see the same premium that they've been able to demand earlier continuing in next 2 to 3 years. If you're specifically asking about the 2022 spend, I don't see a lot of difference or an increase in spend in 2022 for towards data and analytics. Again, pandemic is not over. We still continue to get at threats across the world, and the focus of the organization is slightly different. The investment in analytics and big data is already yielding results with whatever investments that have been made. So expect a continuous trend of stabilization across a few of the vendors that are established, and there will be disruptors. Datadog is one of them, but you have multiple of these smaller. New Relic is one of them. Of course, you pointed at that, which you will see threatening the position of established ones, and also giving more insights that organizations are looking for.
Yeah, that's sort of the theme I've been going with, and I try not to lead anyone there, but I've written extensively about it, and I've actually gotten in trouble with some of the long-term Splunk stockholders. But I do believe some of these more established names are going to have trouble with the more cloud-native disruptors like Datadog, New Relic, and even Elastic to a certain extent. And it seems to me that the pricing, the more and more competition you get, the less willing customers are to handle that pricing. And some of these players like AppDynamics, Dynatrace, and Splunk, have always been considered to be extremely expensive vendors. So if people are getting a little bit more price conscious in this area, and you're saying 2022 will not be heavy investment, it could be just a continuation of this competition of the new disruptors taking share from the older vanguard of players. Does that make sense as a theory?
Yeah, I agree with that. That's what I feel, that it would continue to see similar spend and not a huge increase. That's what I believe.